2001 Jeep Cherokee. Just got it painted, factory color. And I'm going to paint the fender flares flat black. And I took the roof rack off so they could paint it. And I'm going to touch that up as well. And here's the roof rack off the 2001 Jeep Cherokee. Sanding it down. I'm going to paint it flat black. I'll probably dye the plastic. Of course, you can get the sliders off the end. And of course these buttons, they're still working good, but I ran into a problem on the other end. These buttons don't have any spring tension in it. No spring tension. The way I got these off is these rubber ends will fold down. They're clipped here, but you can fold them down and slide the crossbars off. But because it doesn't have any spring tension on it, I had to take it apart. So here's the crossbar and rail fitting, and the push button that isn't working. So what I had to do was pry the back of it off. Get some screwdrivers underneath there, and it comes off. You can see it's held in there by some clips. And what it has, of course, is pretty much just a pin, spring, and a lever. Like that. So I'll take it apart, show you how I had to reinstall it. What happened was the lever here had come loose, and it was just laying in this slot. And so there wasn't any mechanism in there, so that once you push, the oops, the spring came out. But once you push the button, it forces this down and brings the pin down. Of course, I got to have the back on and stuff in order for that to happen. So it's pretty much these parts that have to go in there. First, I got to put the pin, the push, the button in there, push button. That goes in first. Then I put the lever on the lip like that and slide that up in the hole. Oops, I'm gonna have to take care of that. It fell off of the lip, so I'll go ahead and put that on. So I'll hold the lever onto the lip like that, put the spring at the other end, lower it in to the button. I'll probably have to do this off camera just because it'll take two hands. And then you go ahead and push the spring up into the slot, up into the groove there. Like that. And then you go ahead and put the back on. And that will do it. So once I put this assembly together, I actuated the pin a few times, and the lever here came off again. So you must have something around joining these two to keep it just from slipping off. So what I did was I wound up getting some brass rod from another hobby of mine and bent it around and super glued it to the lever here. So all it does is keep it from dropping off as you actuate, as you push the pin. And we'll see if that holds up. But right now, it looks like it's going to work. I'm going to go ahead and use some 5-minute epoxy. Put that on and put it back on the car. Okay, with the pin in there with the spring, and the back on, like that. You can see that now when you push it, it works again. I kind of greased it up a little bit. However, this back has to be on there because it keeps that spring in the pin straight. But the clips don't seem to want to hold the back on now. So I'm either going to have to glue the back on or put some tape on it, something like that. So, but it'll still work. So I'm going to have to, I'll probably glue it. But that's why I'm going to fix this one. Okay, here it is, all put back together. The fender flares on, the roof rack on, and I still got spring tension in the buttons there. Don't move these too often, so we'll see how long that lasts.